in your community, and following through on stories that matter to you. This is News 5 at 11. It's the growing question on everyone's mind within the recreational marijuana business.
Business has been good, but as we've learned, never get too comfortable with cannabis in Ohio.
News 5 has followed through on both the highs and lows since it was passed by voters in 2023. Now, new changes could be coming to how it's taxed.
This money could be spent, and it could be spent on things that we thought would really make a difference, and frankly wouldn't get done but for using that money in the marijuana.
With the uncertainty of what happens next, some communities and businesses are still in the dark.
It's really Big Brother telling the smaller political subdivisions that they know better.
While state lawmakers continue to look to make changes. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tracy Carlos. Cities across Ohio are counting on the extra money they would get through the recreational marijuana sales tax revenue. Right now, that's totaling $30 million, but the governor is proposing a different idea. News 5's Kaylee Olivas has the details.
Recreational marijuana sold in Ohio has generated nearly $400 million. But now there's a growing concern whether cities will see any of that. We're continuing to follow through.
We don't know at this time the number of sales that our current dispensary in South Euclid has generated, and we don't know what the process will be for the state of Ohio to distribute those funds to the city.
Those concerns were raised in mid-November in South Euclid. The city guesstimated it would receive about $100,000 by the end of 2024, but it has yet to see a dime, and neither has any city in Ohio.
There's a lot of different things going on with it right now. It's a new system in Ohio, and so I think we're trying to work out the bugs of getting the dollars to our communities that are due now.
This is how recreational marijuana sales tax is seemingly supposed to work. State and local taxes range from 5 to 7% on cannabis. There's an extra 10% tacked on top of that solely because it's non-medicinal. So far, $30 million has been collected in sales tax from September through the end of February. 36% of the collected sales tax would go to cities to decide what to do. However, the governor has proposed a new budgetary plan that slashes that idea.
His plan is to divert all of that funding away from our cities and villages and townships that are the site of this business activity, and fund a number of different state pet projects that he feels is more important.
The governor's office telling me, quote, Governor DeWine believes money generated by recreational drug use should be used to help local governments combat the ills of drug use, meaning the money would be better spent improving local jails, funding the 988 behavioral health crisis hotline, and providing law enforcement training.
It's kind of changing the rules in the middle of the game.
The governor's office saying the reason for this shift of dollars is simply due to Issue 2 advocates at the time not writing in appropriations for cities. So now it leaves cities like South Euclid and Cleveland reevaluating their budget. The city of Cleveland tells me it expected more than $400,000 in recreational marijuana sales tax revenue, adding it doesn't know for certain though because the state has not shared any information.
I guess we'll just see what happens at the end of June when the final budget language is put together and passed, and we're just hopeful that the legislature and the governor respect the needs of our communities.
Well, according to the Ohio Office of Budget and Management, the earliest these cities would likely see this money is in the 2026-2027 fiscal year. But of course, that decision is ultimately left up to the lawmakers. For News 5, I'm Kaylee Olivas.